Hi everyone, we are currently working on the car and Vincent will give you a little update.
It's the 3rd of February. We've done a lot this winter with one target in mind, mostly reliability. We have been on this hobby now for a bit over a year and we finished one rally out of the 3 that we participated, so that's obviously a bummer, to say the least. To work on reliability, we've done a shit ton this winter and the car got more and more expensive. I don't even want to calculate it down to how much thousands of euros it costs per kilometer, because that's about the range that we're talking at the moment. First things first, the last rally we had a clutch failure. So the entire clutch, as we found out, was a sheet material. So the material of the clutch itself dissolved from the disc and spread itself within the clutch. So we had to get the whole thing removed from Dickmeis Motorsport. Thank you, as we're talking about it right now. They took the whole clutch apart and had to get rid of the material being everywhere. That took a bit longer than anticipated, so we missed the last 2 rallies, but that's how the sport goes. Thereafter we decided, okay, we also had a leak in our fuel tank. One of the rallies last year we had a lot of fuel in the cockpit, not gonna lie, I was very fucking dangerous, probably shouldn't mention this. And we had a fuel leak of the fuel running into the cockpit, and we told Dickmeis to have a look around, because once you're at the clutch, the fuel tank is not too far away to remove. Turns out whoever installed the fly-off handbrake drilled a hole to basically screw the actual handbrake onto the cockpit and must have drilled a hole all the way into the fuel tank. So then Dickmeis had to empty the fuel tank and close weld it and stuff. So now fuel tank is not leaking anymore. We had the new brake disc, which was new. Sorry, the new brake pads, that is, right here. Discs are the same. We will have to get new brake pads now for the rear as well. That's what we're going to work on next. Then we brought the car to Trek Toys in Bonn, or close to Bonn, forgot the name of the village. To get the engine. Huh?
St. Augustine was
St. Augustine. We got the mapping of the engine done, and because of the air restrictor and the turbo combination that is in there right now, we're very low on power right now. We're around 220 horsepower instead of the 280 it comes stock, and the 352 that we're supposed to have, which is, well, the maximum allowed for our endeavor. So we are very low on power, but we decided to do so for reliability reasons. We could have gotten more out of the car. We decided, no, we want to go 100% reliability this season, at least until summer break, minimum until summer break. Just get some rallies in, and we're working more and more on reliability. Next thing up, we got the new tires finally, because the old rims were too soft. Unfortunately, these rims are very heavy compared to the old ones, but extremely sturdy. I mean, you can already tell by the difference the way they look. Here are the old ones. These are lightweight. The material itself was too soft. You can see the wheel nuts actually grooving into here because the material got too soft when the brakes heated up the rim. So new rims, and most importantly, new semi-slick tires. They are asymmetrical. Actually, let's go over here. You can see it very nicely here in the pickup truck, which we had to buy for this hobby as well. It's a very fucking expensive hobby, let me tell you. So we got the semi-slicks. As you see, they're asymmetrical. The inside with the more grooves is for more rainy patches, basically, because when the drier the track is, the more you lean onto the outside, the forces bring you to the outside. So the slicker part of the tire is the outside of the tire. What else did we do? Trailer small fixes. This is also part of the sport, unfortunately. The slicks. We got 3 sets of the semi slicks. 3 or 4? No, 3. 3 sets, because we got a good deal from Jose Tires. Was 30% off or something. They had a winter sale going on. We also got 1 rain tire set, which unfortunately now we have to send back again, because they delivered the wrong rain tire set. They are like medium hard rain tires when we ordered the soft rain tires, but Jose will take them back themselves, no extra costs. So we'll, in a month or so, get the new rain tires in super soft. These are also the super soft rally slicks, not the medium ones. not really, yes, we're thinking reliability reason we should get the mediums, but they convinced us that the mediums don't actually heat up in time on a short rally stage, while the softs actually heat up quick enough, get to operating temperature. So here we are with the soft semi-slicks, just changing the wheels right now. It's gonna be a long video, but we figured we're just gonna do a one take and put everything all together, because it's been a long fucking winter and people don't show how much work goes into this. It's small things, but these small things add up to a lot of fucking work. Next thing, the brake test, because the new oh yeah, we should have used FFP2 mask to do this, so we forgot about this. The brake pads, the material is bad. Don't breathe in the material, it's you could get cancer. But anyway, the material obviously goes into the brake discs, which is going to be a cooling issue. So right now we're just drilling basically the brake pad material out of the discs again. Another small thing, the wheel nuts here are already new. The wheel nuts in the back are still old. We have to change those because these are much shorter and easier to install. Another small thing, but they add up. I'm just going to mention everything. Next up, you see here our tire rubs on the inside of only the front right actually. So we'll have to push this in, figure out how that goes. We have to reinstall the brake temperature wire that goes into the cockpit after we've done all this shit, obviously. Another thing, we installed new wipers because the old ones were absolutely shit, and when it started raining in the one rally, I'm not sure, the videos on YouTube I think, we didn't see shit basically. It was better to not have the wipers on, because then you just had a constant film of water on the windshield instead of droplets. So new wipers it is. Let's see what else we got. Removed a bunch of unnecessary shit in the engine bay that was left over to reduce weight. We are still about 80 kilos over what we're supposed to have. 1,300 kilos. It's not just Andy. I lost weight, it's not me. We are around 1,380 kilos at the moment with the car. 1,300 is what we're supposed to have. Let me see. What else am I forgetting, Andy?
I could show the sensors.
Yeah, sensors. We're installing the sensors now. And I think that was the most bits that we've done this winter. And now coming up, now is Saturday. We're at the airfield where Andy and I met as children, and we have an airfield event going on today, a social event. We just took the chance to work on the car here because there's a lot of space here, and once we're here together. And on Monday, in 2 days time, we rented a practice field close by to our hometown. In Bickenbach, actually, close by from a driving school. Thank you to them at this point. Just gonna put on some pylons. We're gonna drive in circles. We're gonna measure temperatures, very important. New tires. We don't know what temperature they're supposed to operate at. We don't know what kind of pressure they're supposed to be at. So basically, all these things: the brake pressure, the brake temperature, how quickly do they heat up? At what brake temperature range do they work optimal? All these kind of things we're going to measure now on Monday. Also, get used to the car. There's a new clutch. The pedal is much harder than it used to be. The engine produces much less power, but it's more linear. So it's all these kind of things that we're just trying to figure out now before the first rally starts. And yeah, hopefully everything goes well. And then by the the beginning of March will be the first rally for us. Yeah, so there's a shit ton of going on during the winter. People don't see it, but I thought we're going to show it. That's not even mentioning the pickup truck and the hassle of the tow car. It's the third tow car we have now. There's a lot of work going in that as well, which is part of the rally sport as well, because otherwise I wouldn't drive a pickup. If it wasn't for the sport, I don't need a car this big. Before that I drove a Miata as a daily, so there we go. A lot of repairing going on there as well. This is all part of the issues that we're having as amateurs, the amateurs that we are. We have nobody that explains these things to us. So we figured we're just going to show the struggle that you have as a beginner in this sport. And it doesn't just stop at the rally car. It's also the tow car, it's the trailer, it's the licenses. It's understanding what's going on and fixing shit that you didn't think you need fixing. We're not even close to upgrading the car. We're very much just repairing the car constantly at this point. But yeah, that's life. This is the sport for you. And Andy is working on the sensors now. He'll explain that to you.
Yeah, just very easy. The sensor cable we saw in the front is connected to Arduino at the moment, and as well GPS is connected to the Arduino, so we get the data when we are, how fast and how heated up the brakes get. Yeah, not a big thing, but I think it's really helpful to start understanding when we struggle and why we struggle. Yeah, so now I think we will start finishing the wheel changes and cleanup of the brakes. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. We're trying to do this one take because we're way too lazy to actually cut videos, but we would like to show it because we started this hobby not knowing anybody that could help us, and we realized there's not that much material out there explaining the basic shit of this sport in the amateur series. It's gonna be a bad video because we're not producing any YouTube videos. We don't know how this works, but at least there's something out there for other people like us that maybe understand the struggle. We're gonna also talk about the rules and stuff in the future. This is the kind of direction we're gonna take here on this channel. Yeah, there's this. Et voilà. We'll see you then. Probably we'll give you a few cuts from the practice drive on Monday, and maybe a debrief afterwards. I don't know. Enjoy.